Hello, this is LT Genbo, and this is my 75-gallon reef tank build update. Last time I showed you I was mixing up the salt and the water I'd put in the tank, and now I've actually got all the rock put in there. Got it aquascaped pretty good, I think the way I like it. I just need to get some epoxy putty, or I have some. I need to take it and secure some of the critical rocks. I won't do all of them, but like this arch here, I want to secure that, especially that piece right there. I don't want that thing falling, so everything tumbling. It was kind of cloudy even yesterday, which was like 2 days after I'd mixed the salt, but it's finally cleared up. It's nice and clear. This camera makes it look a little more blue. I tried messing with the white balance, but it doesn't really get the exact color. So I've got only 4 bulbs in my Nova Extreme T5 6-bulb fixture, and they're old ones from when I had my tank before, but I only used them like 2 months, so they're probably still okay. But I had a third. When I changed my bulbs, I never went with all 6 because I was having algae problems. So I'll need to get another 2 of probably the daylight color, so it'll look even better. So I guess I'll show you what I've got going down here. I put the protein skimmer in. My left section there is at 10 inches or so. And I think it's like 9.5 to 11 or something is the range on the skimmer, but I don't know if it's just the break-in period. I know that it does funny things when it's breaking in, but I think it was way too deep because I had the valve fully open and the bubbles were popping up here. So I just took a little piece of Tupperware for now. For a more permanent solution, I'll probably get some egg crate or something. But for now, just let this thing run like that. And now I'm actually closed the valve a little bit to raise the bubbles up to about here. It doesn't say exactly where it should be, so I'm just kind of guesstimating, and we'll see how that does. I've got a couple pieces of live rock down here, which is nice because it helps. This bubble trap works pretty well, but there's still some bubbles that are falling here, so this helps to kind of dissipate them so I don't get so many micro bubbles up in the tank. Yeah, I got some power strips that I velcroed up here. There's my Vortec MP20 power head control. Had that for a while. And here's the other power strips kind of falling down because the back's not level, but I think it'll stay. And then I think I need a bigger heater too. This one is a 200 watt, but it's, I put it at 82, it doesn't get to 82, it gets to like 79. I put it to 84, it gets to 81. Well, it's closer to 82 now, so it might be okay, but it's definitely on the weak side for being able to heat this volume of water that I'm using. Yeah, and that's what I got going down there. My level mark here. I drilled some siphon holes in here before. I don't know if I said this last time, but since I drilled through the back, it's not really a siphon, it's just directly draining. So I have to be really careful about how I place this lock line. I ordered a check valve before, but it was out of stock, and I know those don't work that well anyway, so I'll just be really careful about where I put the lock line. I have it adjusted, so when I turn it off, the sump gets pretty full. It doesn't get all the way full, but it holds the water. I've got a couple of my power heads in here. I need to find the magnet for that one. That's what's just hanging out back there. And I'll probably get a couple more. And they're just initially there for now, but once I get fish and corals, I'll definitely move them around. I like the little Vortec. It's pretty powerful. I'll put it here right at the end. It's doing some random pattern right now. And then, yes, and I did cycle my tank. Believe it or not, the other night I got 2 large raw shrimp and dropped them in the tank overnight. Next, when I came home from evening the next day, I used my little Selfert test kits. I tested for ammonia, and there was no ammonia. And I tested for nitrate, and there was nitrate. And I did a test before I put the shrimp in, and there was 0 ppm of both. and after there was still 0 ammonia, and there was like 10 to 15 ppm of nitrate. So I know I asked people online, and people just said to be careful, and I'm not going to throw any fish in here yet. I need to wait before I spend any more money anyways, and I'd like to make sure everything's stable in the tank. But I figured I'd put the skimmer in, which is what I did today, let it run from now on, and I'll probably keep the lights out maybe for another week or so, just at least till I do a water change. And I do plan to get sand as well, so still waiting on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess this thing, here's another thing. I need to find a new, if anyone knows where I can, it's probably somewhere on the internet, but I need to find another one of these little plastic leg things for these current fixtures, because the little tab broke out of it a while ago when I was moving, and so it holds it, but I don't want this thing to break and fall and then get in the water or break something. So anyways, let me know what you think. Comments are appreciated, and I will post another video next time I do something big with the tank. Thanks.